Jason's not here, man. Oh, it's so dumb. Happy 420. Yeah.
Beat on the Bretts, beat on the Bretts, beat on the Bretts, he's the baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Hola, boys and girls out there in
Bonjour.
sticky, icky land.
Ni hao.
For us, it's 420. So happy 420, kids.
Whoop whoop.
Yep,
I mean,
it is what it is.
we don't condone drugs on this show.
Well,
Do we? Do we condone drugs on the show?
we don't badmouth drugs on this show.
Yeah.
We badmouth the things people do on drugs and for drugs and whatever like that. But no, I mean, it's not the drugs' fault.
Yeah, we know what you people do for the drugs.
Bunch of fucking heathens.
Welcome to another episode of See No, Hear No, Speak No.
That's absolutely right. That's where you are right now, whether it's 420 or not, for a squared dose of UFOs, conspiracies, and moitus.
And to tell us all about how you also don't condone drugs, you can email us at snhnpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the email, and what James was going to say next is you can also comment on Podbean.
You can also comment on Podbean.
Speaking of that, I mentioned in our last little half-ski episode there of the first girl A, the fucking little contest for a free bracelet. You know, if you can tell me who got out of the reform school just months before girl A went in, and you feel comfortable sending us your address,
Oh, shit.
you get a free bracelet.
Don't let that laugh deter you from actually, participating. You can't laugh creepily after saying, feel comfortable giving us your address.
I do what I want. I think I've made that abundantly clear in the tenure of our friendship, sir.
That's
You should
true.
know this
You
by
are
now.
a strong, independent man.
Oh, man. If only. Only
Man
these
of-
people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay. You dying over there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm my bad.
You're too young to die.
Live
'Cause-
fast, die young.
Because, also, keep in mind, Jason, just remember, Jason doesn't edit anything. So, if you die, it's going on the episode, and that's just what it's going to be.
That's fine. Live fast. Eat shit.
Your death will be immortalized.
Rest in piss.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be pretty cool. I used to watch death videos and stuff on Reddit. And I always wondered if my death would somehow get captured on some security camera somewhere and get uploaded to the internet for people to see.
Well, that depends.
I thought that'd be interesting.
Maybe if you start a black metal band, your bandmate can kill you and take pictures of it.
Input as the album cover.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I mean, that's the goal.
I mean,
First I have to get real musical talent.
if you die on this episode, we'll
Uh-huh.
use the picture in our normal thing for the show.
Just cross out my eyes.
No, cut you out of it and put you next to girl A squared.
Make me into a meme of Girl A.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Is Girl A squared a way better meme?
She doesn't have a meme like girl A does, but A squared could be a pretty interesting meme if we draw it right.
Tell me a little bit about her.
Yeah, okay. Let's jump right in and do a quickie recap. So,
Good old quickie.
yeah. 2014, just like the previous episode's Girl A, this happened in the Sasebo area of Nagasaki Prefecture, Japan. she was 15 years old. She, as well as the first Girl A, is called Girl A because when this incident happened, she was still a minor and could not be tried as an adult, which also in Japanese law means that her name and personal information cannot be released to the press or the public. So, to help save her, they believe very strongly in rehabilitation, and they believe that children, more so than anything, can be rehabilitated. And by not releasing...
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get that not releasing the information. Okay, wait. Finish what you were saying, because I think you're going to answer my question. Never mind. They believe in rehabilitation, so they don't release the names, because, like, even after they're of age, their hope is that they'll be more, like, regular, productive members of society.
Exactly. When they're released, they won't stick out like sore thumbs, and they'll be able to get jobs, and yes. Also,
okay, my bad.
Putting a pause right there for a second, did you realize that we've completely, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow we completely forgot to mention that there's no Jason in this episode, boys and girls.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jason. He's not here.
We love you, buddy. We didn't forget
me,
about you,
James,
but...
And it's Chris.
Yeah, it's just us.
I'm just very buzzed off of tobacco. And the nicotine is rushing around, and I'm just forgetting to mention certain things and stuffs.
I mean, I'm just flowing along with the episode. I'm used to him being here, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes there are points when people are quiet, so I don't know. Either way, yeah, he had stuff going on, so we decided to go ahead and knock this one out and see if you kids love it or hate it. So fucking let us know.
This is the first time me and Chris are doing an episode together.
Yeah.
Alone. Without
this is the first time Jason has not been here for an episode, period.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I make history on the show left and right.
It's crazy.
I am the milestone.
In 100 plus episodes, this is the first one he hasn't been in.
But he will have to listen to all of this.
Damn right.
Several times while editing.
Yep, and he's still a chicken hooker. So he'll be a chicken hooker next episode when he returns, boys and girls. Fret not. Girl A Squared is still going to be a fun listen, so stay with us. Jumping back in.
Take it away.
Yeah. She was a manga artist, or probably still is because she's not dead.
Ooh.
Father was a top attorney. Mother was a philanthropist. Very well known, both of them. Very well paid, both of them. There was an incident with a maintenance man when she was about 6 or 7. Fell off a ladder trying to change or fix a satellite dish. And Girl A Squared was spotted by a neighbor passing by, was spotted playing in the man's brain with her hand, like, in his head, playing in his brain.
Ooh.
When she went and mentioned this to the police as they were doing their investigation, they went to the parents and said something and were scolded by the parents, saying that, children are inquisitive and you can't really look at a child as being morbid like that. They don't know any better.
Which is kind of fair. I mean, well, how old is A Squared at this point?
When that happened, I think 6 or 7.
I mean, that's a little old, but I can see that.
You think it's a little old? Yeah. I think
at
it's
6 or
old.
7. Yeah, at 6 or 7, I feel like you should definitely know not to do that. Like, maybe if it was like a 2 or 3-year-old,
I mean, maybe I could see a boy rushing over to poke it with a stick. I don't see girls doing that. This is a little girl.
Hey, don't be sexist now.
Well, I mean...
My girlfriend is as much of a man as you or I, okay?
I mean, if that's what you're into, bud, that's cool. She seems like a really cool chick. So, Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. She doesn't listen. She doesn't want to support me
That's okay.
in the things I do. She doesn't care about me.
It's okay. She'll know she's loved on the show forevermore.
I love you.
So yeah, it's just it's just one of those things. 6 or 7 seems a little old to me.
Yeah.
So being who the father was, the cops didn't press it any further. They are also a bit speculative that there may have been foul play with the line that was holding the man's ladder to the building. Because somehow it came undone, or I assume it wasn't cut, or they would know for sure that it was tampered with. But they just say tampered with. So skip forward a few years. She's in anatomy class, and I want to say there's a dissection going on, and she tells the teacher that she thinks she's pretty on the outside, but she wonders if she's also pretty on the inside. Teacher kind of laughed it off while she was standing there. This girl just says this with a straight face and then turns around and walks away. Like, no big deal. She just creepy.
I mean, to be fair, so she's in anatomy class. Get out of here. So in doing a dissection, that's probably either late middle school, early high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, I knew a lot of really weird anime kids, in middle school, early high school, that would say weird shit like that because it's Helsing type edgy kind of shit, know.
And I've met those kids too. It's funny that you say weird anime kids, because that
what I'm talking about, right?
I do, but that wasn't a thing. Back you had to be, anime was still super underground when I was in high school and shit, so I loved it, but one of those kids were just the crazy white kids or metalhead kids, or those kids, the goth kids, or whatever they were.
Dude, I don't know if you understand. For me, in middle school and high school, there was an entire anime section in both libraries.
That's fucking amazing, dude. You guys had it made. Y'all grew up with the internet and texting and shit and fucking anime sections in your school libraries. You fucking spoiled brats.
No, dude, because they were, most of them have, chilled out, with age you chill out sort of thing.
Well, of course, you can't have hentai in a fucking school library, you pervert.
There's just a lot of weirdness. I don't know, man. I forgot what we were even talking about. But yeah. So I can see some weird anime kid saying some cringy shit like that.
I can too. I totally can, and it being 100% bullshit.
Trying to look cool, kind of thing. Having a weird perception of cool.
I can totally picture that happening. And the teacher, I assume at first could as well. She laughed it off.
Yeah.
When the girl walked away after a few moments, she stopped and really thought about it, and said that she was fucking terrified. So she went to the school counselor / psychologist or whatever, told him about it. He goes to the principal, or they both go to the principal, and as the cops are doing, the way this story is told, or the way I picked it up, is that the cops, it tells you what happened and then pieces of the reports that go along with that. So the cops, these people were reported once the cops were doing their investigations and shit. This woman was reported to have said that she started noticing this girl around. After she said that to her, she started paying more attention to her, and she said she just looked like a ghost. There was nobody in there. She was just kind of...
that's weird. Like she just kind of exists?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was about to say. She's just kind of there.
That's weird.
All around the halls, and just sitting in class, and she was a good student, though. decent student at first.
But she just had like 1,000-yard stare kind
Right.
of shit.
Well, yeah,
Like
yeah, like all the time.
constant flashback looking shit.
Basically, all the fucking time. Like, she was just in her own world. She didn't even see the people around her type shit unless she had something to say. It's creepy. So, the counselor is reported to have told the principal that he believes if something is not done about this girl, she will kill someone eventually. Right?
What?
Yes.
Just from her looking all empty, he's like, dude, this girl's a fucking killer.
Well, Japanese counselors and the way their schools are structured and set up are not like your counselor in American public high schools and places like it. They take a much different interest, a much more in-depth interest in the kids' well-beings and stuff, from what I gather.
Aww.
Yeah, he was very concerned.
That would be
I
nice.
assume he had dealt with this girl before as well, and or heard some other stuff that was going on. None of this was reported due to this crime, but you got to assume more people saw this creepiness than just these few.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it wasn't just like one person's like, hey, this girl's weird, and then he just runs off and he's like, she's gonna kill someone.
Right.
No, I'm sure it was like over time, like multiple people being like, hey, Lance is like weird, and this is like this, and this, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually, I apologize. He said that to the principal, yes, but what was reported is that he told Child Services this, and Child Services looked into it, and it's speculated that they saw who the family was and did nothing. They called it off. Later, they were reprimanded for that, but
so there's definitely something. There was definitely.
This is now.
That's definitely the case, though.
This is now the police and the people who are supposed to look into children in weird circumstances, right? That did nothing because probably speculated, but still, that her father is who he is, and they didn't want to ruffle feathers if they couldn't prove anything, right? So I think that's where we were when we left off on the last episode, I think. So,
but Jason probably cut that out.
Oh.
So it's good that we did that.
All right. Cool.
So onwards
and deeper.
Ooh.
As time goes on, her drawings get darker, and
her mangas.
Yeah, I think I sent you guys a couple of pictures from that art style, that I mentioned in the last episode.
Oh yeah, that shit was cool.
It's pretty wild. If you look up just that style, you see all kinds of wacky shit. What was I gonna say? So yeah, from what I understand too, she was a decent artist. So that's cool. I'm really curious to see what kind of stuff she drew.
So this is probably pretty close to what she actually would have done.
Yeah, this kind of weird, slightly erotic, but not for the purposes of being sexual, gory type sexy. Weird stuff. Yeah. So, in 2013, her mom died. Was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Everything good? You straight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. And she died. And it's at this point that everybody who's investigated or done any research on this case is speculating that it's at this point that she snapped. Because she just started becoming more and more of a recluse. Enter that hikikomori syndrome. She just draws away from anything social. She quits the clubs at school. She
isn't that how all anime supervillains are born? Like their parents die, and then it's super traumatic for them, and they become recluse, and then go out on revenge for the types of people That I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
This is some villain backstory type shit.
it's a pretty basic origin story. Yeah, it's not over the top, but I could see where it could cause some trauma. So, shortly after the funeral and such, her dad basically he was frazzled. He now has to take care of two kids by himself and be this top brass lawyer, and he didn't really know how to take care of a girl, so he cut her hair off.
What?
Yeah,
That's a weird approach to attempting to raise a girl.
I don't know what the angle was. Maybe she looks more like a boy, so he can treat her like a boy. I don't understand it either necessarily.
I don't know how girls work. You're gonna look like a boy now.
Right. Well, this fucked it up. This fucked up a lot of things because it got her teased in school. She was called,
Yeah, of course.
reported to have been called Butch and things like that. And
Oof.
yeah, kids, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That just, yeah, it is what it is. So
Look at me.
clearly she was unhappy about this.
Uh-huh.
Now, I could have sworn that my first bit of research in this said that this next thing happened within the first year of her mom's death. But then something else I saw said that it happened within the first month of her mom's death.
Oh, shit.
Either way,
It's still very...
no,
Very soon
not the
after.
haircutting thing. The haircutting thing happened almost immediately after. This next thing, though. Her dad pops up to girl A squared and her older brother, who we know nothing about. And he doesn't come up at all. He's not a part of this at all.
But he exists.
He does exist. So
Okay.
Dad pops up either, like I said, either within 1 month of Mom's burial or within the first year. Obviously, one would be a lot more tolerable than the other, but still both really soon. And he pops up and tells the kids, "Hey, I'm getting remarried to this actress that is 25 years younger than me.
Jesus Christ.
Deal with that."
That's a hell of a rebound.
So let's look at the building blocks again. We have a 6-year-old playing in a man's brain, a, let's say, 13-year-old telling her teacher she wants to see if she's also pretty on the inside. And then her mom goes and dies, and now all of the rest of this that we just talked about. I think so far we're building a relatively angry child. I don't know about...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the stuff we talk about, we can pick out millions of other people that have had just as terrible a life and never gone on to do any of the things we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So,
Of course.
we're building an angry kid, but none of the rest of this is is warranted. So,
Because, I mean, so far, at least, no violence has ever been in her life. Like, she's never been beaten or, like, abused in any way.
right.
Or, like, you know...
Uh-uh.
There's lots of very bad things could have happened up to this point that happened. But, yeah,
Maybe
this does still
neglected.
sound rough.
By directly by the parents. They're both really busy, and that kind of thing. Too busy to abuse them directly, but neglect is also a type of abuse, if you want to look at it like that. So maybe a little a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of normal household type of shit, but yeah, nothing for you to be so creepy. You're walking around looking like a sleepwalker, and it just like you're progressively getting worse. So 2 days after Dad announces this news. He's in his office, at home, his home office, working late, and girl A squared creeps up behind him with a baseball bat.
Oh no.
Where she proceeds to strike Dad 34 times.
With a Jesus, how old is she?
Oh,
Well, I guess she's probably like 17 at this point.
no. I want to say she's like 12 or 13 at this point. Because oh no, wait, sorry, 2003. This happened in 2000. This was 2013, so it happened. The rest of it happened in 14. So she was, 13 or 14.
Damn, that's wild.
34 plus
34 times.
2 teeth
Dude, because
were knocked out.
like it's like a baseball bat,
Yeah.
like a real like baseball
a
bat,
straight up baseball bat.
Dude, because those are heavy. That's hard to swing 34 times.
Oh yeah, no, it's work. It's work. We talk about that, several other episodes about how much work it really is to stab somebody, and these and children stabbing people over 30 times that's a lot of work. You got decent stamina to do that. So
Yeah, it's hard to stab somebody.
Somehow
Tip,
only 2 teeth were
if you ever
knocked
need to
out,
stab
though.
somebody, you got to go all in. You gotta really go for it. You know,
You got to put your shoulder in your elbow.
You gotta commit.
You got to twist the waist, put some torque into that shit. Yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, 2 teeth were knocked out, a severe concussion, and permanent memory loss from that incident.
Wait, he wasn't dead?
No. He didn't die.
Dude,
He was hospitalized.
to not die after like being fucking like just battered 34 times with a baseball bat,
Beat
that's
the
crazy.
fuck down, dude. Mhm.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
But wait, there's more.
Oh shit.
Dad gets out of the hospital and realizes, she might be a liability now. It's probably not a good idea if I'm going to marry this young broad to keep her in the house with us. Who knows what she'll do to my new wife, right?
Yeah.
So, in Japan, a lot of times...
Dude, to be scared of like your 13-year-old daughter.
For real, right? But in Japan, a lot of times, this is a cultural thing that when the kid goes to school somewhere further away, the parents will get them a little efficiency apartment for them to their own apartment.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you never heard of this?
No.
This is a thing that they do. Yeah. So there'll be 15-year-old kids with their own apartments going, and that's all they do is go to school. But the way their school is set up, they don't have a whole lot of time to come back and just fuck off. If they actually want to do good in school, there's cram school after school, and they're like summer school and all these extra classes and all this fucking crazy shit. And the parents will pay for the apartment and pay for, send them an allowance a lot of times if they have the money to do so. If not, the kid goes and gets a job. But if anime has taught me anything, it's to pay more attention, because a lot of the shit that they show you is real stuff that happens over there. So, like, whether it be cultural stuff or historical stuff, they work it into the storylines and things very well. So, yeah, this is one of those things that is a real thing. I think it's not legal for a kid under a certain age to have a job over there, just like it is over here. But sometimes kids got to do that to pay for their own spot and shit. So, but still, this is a thing that they do. So this is what this guy did. He didn't have his daughter committed or anything. He didn't have her arrested or anything. He got her own spot, so he didn't have to deal with it anymore, basically.
Yeah. Just go fuck off, take care of yourself.
So, but he sent her an allowance. He did send her money to eat and for food and school and stuff, which she was supposed to continue to go to. And she just started getting darker and darker and, fucking what's the word I'm searching for? I started to say recluse and reclining, but that's not the right word. You know what I mean? I meant declining, but
Receding?
there you go, into her cave, and yeah, later, shortly thereafter, when police are doing their investigators, a neighbor was reported to have said,
When police are doing their investigators?
my bad, their investigations. Yeah, good catch. A neighbor was reported to have said that she started noticing cats were missing around
Oh, no.
this certain time. Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm a cat lover too. It's pretty rowdy. There was a local convenience store that she used to go to, and the dude that ran it was there all the time. And, you know, he started noticing her all the time, and he realized, or he spotted one day, that the only thing she ever buys is Mars bars, tea, and cat food. So, being a nice guy, he tried to make small talk one day and asked her if she has cats. And she looks at him with that sleepwalking straight face and tells him that she'd like to
That is
dissect
not
him,
on topic, ma'am. I asked if you had a cat.
and then turns around and walks
I
away.
didn't ask what your preference on my body orientation was. I asked if you had a fucking cat.
I'm gonna take that as a no, but still, what are you doing with this cat food? You
So-
weird little.
so do you have a
fucking
cat or
creepy
not?
bitch. Like, what's going on here? Oh, super creeptastic. Later on, the police said that he reported to them, with all due embarrassment, he was terrified. The girl scared the shit out of him, and he refused to deal with her anymore. He would disappear into the store whenever he would see her coming.
He was just going like hide in the
didn't want to
back.
deal with her anymore. He honestly believed that she. Yeah,
Oh my
type
god!
shit. Like, he believed she had a demon in her. This girl is fucking creeping people the fuck out, dude. I mean, you know, like you said, I can picture these little creepy goth kids,
Just creeping.
you know, doing all of this for show, and
But she's like actually acting it out at least once or twice.
well,
She's like,
no, go ahead.
well, and then killing the cats. I forgot about killing the cats.
Well, we don't know yet. We
we don't
just
know
notice
yet.
a bunch of
Okay.
the strays are not stray anymore.
Oh, okay. There's hope for them.
I mean, she is buying food,
I hope they're okay.
right? I mean, like,
Continue the story so I can hear you tell me how the cats are fine and they have nice new homes.
you know, her
Continue.
house just was covered in cat shit or whatever. Yeah, no. You can keep your fingers crossed.
Alright,
So,
I'm ready.
enter Pobrecita, enter Aiwa Matsuo.
Who?
We're allowed to know poor Aiwa Matsuo's name because she was the victim. She was, unlike the first girl A, Aiwa Matsuo was her current best friend. Right? First girl A was her recently fallen out best friend. Aiwa Matsuo made mention that they hadn't spoken in a while because, or she, in conversations with her mom, is where we get these reports, because obviously she's dead. Which we are getting. I hadn't mentioned yet, but we're getting to that. Yes, she is no longer with us.
Oh, okay.
Pobrecita. So
All these dead moms and dads.
Iowa Matsuo. She's yeah. So she mentioned to her mom that that she hadn't spoken to you know what? I'll just say it. The kids got together and put her name out there too. I'm trying to think of what the fuck it is so I can stop calling her girl A squared. God damn it. Make jokes while I pull it up real quick. It's here. You.
So
Funny
a
man.
sea mollusk walks into a bar. And there's two sea cucumbers, and the sea cucumbers say, "Wait, no, that's not right." All right, so a sea cucumber walks into a bar, and there's two sea mollusks, and the sea cucumber says to the sea mollusk,
Yeah.
You get it.
I get it. Never mind. So yeah, call that off. I think I was wrong on that. It was just the first girl A that they figured out her name to, or they put her name out there. Either way,
A squared remains.
A squared remains A squared. So yeah, Iowa tells her mom that that they hadn't spoken in a while because of the stuff going on at home, and she had just stopped. She quit all her clubs and stopped coming to school. So her mom says, knowing that she has her own place and that she doesn't have her parents there and yada yada yada, her mom says, well, and this is another one of those conflicting stories, because one story I read says that A squared calls Iowa up and tells her she wants her to come over and hang out. And another story says that Iowa's mom tells her she feels sorry for that, that she has to cook for herself and be at home. Why don't you take her a home cooked meal? Right?
Okay.
Either one.
I mean, how many conflicting sources are there?
Not many. Like I said, without doing the real in-depth research on it, I couldn't find a whole lot. So This is stuff that I was able to piece together from something that I saw.
I gotcha.
So either way, Iowa comes over to hang out for a little bit, right? Tells her mom, "Don't worry, I'll be back before dark, or shortly." Mm-hmm. do 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 do.
All right, I'm good. I'm 3, 2, 1. I'm back.
Back
Like a heart attack.
like a vertebrae.
I'm back like a heart attack on a fat dude eating Big Macs as snacks. 5 times a day. No way. Eat some hay. You a fat cow.
All right.
All right. We can continue.
We went kind of farmland with that, but all right. I can dig it. There's a market for it. Just get that refined down.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Not that market.
Oh shit.
I mean, maybe that market too, but yeah, they'd probably like you.
I'm
They'd
going
probably
to
like you.
ride till I can no
They
more.
do like horse riders. More
I
like the
got my
genuine
horses
style,
on the
though.
back.
So, Iowa tells her mom she'll be back shortly. Right around 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., Iowa's mom calls Iowa. Gets nothing. But at about 6:30, she gets a text from Iowa's phone saying that she's on her way home and she had a fun day. How cute. What a thoughtful
It's
daughter
adorable.
to check in and let her mom know what's up. Right?
Yeah, she runs a little later than her mom expected. She has like a missed call or text, and it's adorable.
Yeah.
Continue.
Shortly thereafter, some disturbing posts start popping up on that same Japanese website we talked about in the first episode, 2chan.
Oh shit.
Yeah. some disturbing posts indeed. The quotes...
Most disturbing.
Most disturbing.
Most disturbing.
The quotes are... I've ended up killing. Right?
I've ended up killing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it? That's the post?
That was one quote from a post.
Okay. Okay.
As they continue, another one says, "Oh no, blood keeps pouring out even though I've wiped it away many times." Another one says, "I've tried to warm the body, but it doesn't warm up."
It sounds like some Japanese Macbeth type shit.
It does sound like almost like it's trying to start to be poetic.
The queen like constantly washing her hands in Macbeth. That's Macbeth, right? Macbeth or Othello, something like
think I don't fucking know. I was terrible with literature. I'm not your guy for that.
I'm a theater kid. I was.
I'm not your guy for that.
Ex theater kid.
Yeah, I suppose I could see that. You chicken fucker.
Oh shit.
And another quote says, "Everyone, do you want to know what color the brain is?" At this point, people are starting to, be skeptical of this. There's a lot of weird people on the internet, sure, but, come on. Could you really be doing this? Would you really be posting this? Like, honestly. Right. Another one says,
True.
"I'll take good care of the brain and spinal cord. Put them in a solution." Right? Then people start calling her out. Like, this is bullshit. Just, no, fuck that. So she starts describing the details of how she beat with a hammer the head and whatever else of poor Iwa Matsuo, then strangled her to death, then decapitated, then dissected.
Whoa, dissected?
Poor Iwa Matsuo.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Mom calls the cops, right?
Yeah.
They wait 12 hours and then go to the house. I guess that's a thing that they do. I don't know why they would have done that. But they waited 12 hours and then went to Girl A Squared's house because that was the last place anybody knew Iowa to be.
Why would you wait 12 hours?
That seems a little unnecessary to me too. I don't know. I cannot answer that.
That's okay.
But the cops get there and they knock on her door and they are greeted by a straight-faced, perfectly calm little 15-year-old girl that says, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "Hey, what's up? We heard this girl was over here. Her mom's looking for her. What's going on?" She's like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is here. She's just inside hanging out. Come on in." The cop said this was the most nonchalant shit he had ever fucking seen. For what he was about to walk into, which there was no way to prepare for this. What he saw,
I swear to God.
there was no way to prepare. Judging by what answered the door and calmly let him in like it was no big fucking deal.
Oh, yeah. Come on in.
She's hanging out. Watch TV. We're just chilling.
Oh, yeah, no, she's right over here. Look, come see. Come check.
Yeah.
What's up? Dope. This is the pad?
Right? Yeah. This is her own little place. Yeah. Come see my joint. Yeah. So.
This is my crib?
Brings the cop in. The cop walks in and laying on the bed, which, as judging by the evidence of a half-eaten Mars bar chilling right next to it, they was being hung out with. Yeah, they were hanging out. Fucking poor Iwa Matsuo, laying on the bed, mostly disrobed, fucking headless, and
Jesus
she was
Christ.
missing her hand, one of her hands. I think it was her left hand.
Ah.
Having been sawed off with a hacksaw,
Ah.
covered in flies.
No.
And her abdomen was sawn almost all the way off. So it wasn't like a coroner's dissection, through the chest plate and all the way open, organs out and shit. But
it's just wherever the fuck she wanted.
Yeah, and she did what she wanted. She took a look inside and did whatever she wanted. And then just hung out.
Oh, God.
So the cops
And they think this person could be rehabilitated?
Well, yeah, that's what everybody's pissed about later on.
What? Where's the Okay, alright, continue. That's Japan, man.
Yeah. So
I don't know. The American prison system sucks, but I don't know about rehabilitating someone like this.
I don't either.
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't either. It's just too much, man. It's just too much. But wait, there's more.
For the low price of $5.99.
Seriously. So yeah, the cop's like, okay, well, you sit right there, and I'm gonna take a look around because there seems to be a couple of things missing from this puzzle here, right? Wanders into the fridge, into the kitchen, and opens the fridge. Where he finds the head of poor Iwa Matsuo and her hand.
No.
Along with act now, and you'll receive a bonus 20 frozen cat heads.
What? Jesus Christ. Why?
20. Let me say it again.
Rehabilitation who?
let me say it again.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
You'll get 2 orders of 10 apiece. That makes 20 frozen cat heads for you to do whatever.
Along with a human hand and head.
I hope you guys brought a lot of evidence bags. Because when that was over, when all the evidence was collected and everything was said and done, a total of 70,000 yen, which it's a couple $100, I believe. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it's like
how
700.
Much. But yeah, 70,000 yen that she had saved.
About 10,000 is about 10,000 yen is about $1. I think now it's closer to it's either 3,000 over or under now. I think. But it's around 10,000 is $1.
Holy crap.
So yeah, that'd be $700, I think.
Okay.
Or 1,000, or I don't know, something like that.
So either way, she had saved 70,000 yen from her dad sending her the allowance because all she ever ate and bought was Mars bars, tea, and cat food. Which now we know what she was using it for. None of the bodies were found, just the heads. But along with the 70,000 yen, a grand total...
None of the bodies were found?
None of the cat bodies.
That's crazy. What the fuck did she do with the bodies?
Fucking A, man.
I want to know what she did with the bodies.
I'm so curious
what the fuck?
too, but...
Is there just some mass grave?
Probably.
Is there some big bonfire?
Maybe.
Are there a bunch of restaurants that have very cheap meat?
I'm super curious too. I mean, knowing that, I believe would fit, would be wonderful for the story. But a grand total of 47 cat heads were found in the apartment.
47, Jesus Christ. 47. Can you imagine 47 cats in a house?
No, the smell of live cats, 47 live cats, would be horrendous. I cannot imagine 47 any part of a dead cat.
Where the fuck are 47 dead cat
If you
bodies?
only had
You're
20
telling
in
me
your
these
freezer,
motherfuckers...
where were the other 27?
Yeah, that too. Were they in the fucking walls? In the floors or some
Buried in trash or some shit? I don't know.
This is a real story,
Yes.
right? This isn't like a creepypasta
No,
or
this
something?
is 100%
This
true.
this reads like a
It
creepypasta.
kind of does. But no, from what I gather, this is 100% true.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was her only crime. She was arrested, obviously. She did nothing to try to escape or overpower any police officer or anything like that. So whatever, she did what she did. She went quietly.
She was like, "You're under arrest." Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Here we- All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go kick it in the psych ward for a bit. I mean,
Dope.
that's all she was gonna get.
Swag.
She actually, this happened and she was arrested. I want to say 2 days after her 16th birthday.
Jesus
So
Christ, dude.
that's where this one had a problem with being on the brink
And-
of whether or not we treat her as an adult or as a fucking.
And at what point are we in the story? Like 2015?
No, this is still 2014.
2014.
Yeah,
Okay.
the actual thing happened in
Wait, but you said like in 2013 she was 13 or something.
yeah, she was 13 or 14. Oh no, sorry. So when the murder happened, she was 15. Yeah. So yeah.
So okay,
She was
so it was like
either
okay,
13
2014.
turning 14 or yeah. So let's see.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep. So she's 15 when this happened.
So she's like my age.
Right now, yeah.
Well, always.
Always. So yeah, she they put her away in the same place that the other girl went. She
Ooh.
is due to be released last year. She's out in 2019. Or she's due to be released. Now that she may have been requested to have been kept for a while, because it is involuntary. If they say no, you're not ready, then you're not ready. But she was due.
And there's been no updates on this.
No, not that I could find. She was due to.
And there probably wouldn't be, since they want to keep it anonymous.
Yeah, probably.
Well, wait. So you said you would talk about people getting mad about the rehabilitation? You said some about people got mad about that?
Yeah, basically.
Got mad about her sentence?
Basically the same thing that they were bitching about the other one, is that, for crimes of such a nature, why not just lock them the fuck up? A lot of people
in
do
such a
not
short
believe that
time
certain
span,
shit
too.
can be rehabilitated,
Like, that's 6 years for murder, and then, like, there's... I don't know what the charge for killing animals is. Like domesticated animals. But 47 counts of whatever the fuck that law is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, you can, like, tack on more if you felt like it. Like, you could do, like, abuse and then, like, torture and then, like, cruelty.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm sure.
You could, I'm sure there's all different... Well, I don't know how Japanese law works. I don't know about...
Well, wording is a fun game to play if you know how to play it, and yeah, you could tack on all kinds of shit. So yeah, the entire school,
because that's just nothing. 6
Yeah,
years. 6 years is
right?
nothing.
For you to still
For
be
murder?
in a reform school, like you're in a reform school / psych evaluation place, rehab place. But yeah, for the most part, you're still just a kid, treated like a kid. It's juvie, but it's not prison juvie. You know, it's
Yeah.
still involuntary. You still can't leave whenever you want, but it's not prison.
It's just like school that you
Right,
stay at.
it's not prison, and you will
It's like
get out.
It's like having in school. It's like having in school suspension for a few years.
Exactly. And no matter, it seems
That's
no
it.
matter what you fucking do as a kid in Japan, you will get out. You will be a regular person again if you want to be. So
That's why there's so many fucking. Oh wait, no, we can't. I'm not gonna. We can't talk about that. I was about to talk about one of the things you say we don't talk about. One of the groups
oh
that's off. Yeah,
well,
yeah. Continue.
yeah, yeah. They're a fun group. We may have to break that rule because there are some fun stories to tell. I think as long as we're not slandering, we should be okay.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think it's a pretty healthy rule to stick by. It's just, if we're not slandering, we're only telling the same story that's out there already, then we should be all right.
I don't know. I'm just respecting y'all's rule. I don't personally. I care. I don't think anything would happen.
I don't either, especially from them. I mean,
that's we're nothing to them. So to all the groups that I was told about, but I'm gonna respect y'all's rule. But for the record,
yeah,
it has. I don't really care.
gotcha. All right. So the entire school attended Iwa Matsuo's funeral. That's a big funeral.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I said before, child services was punished. They were reprimanded for not having done anything about what the school counselor and principal had told them, for blowing it off.
Yeah.
So, the police did their whole investigations and all that kind of stuff. And the father, now, here's pretty much the end of it, because I think it's about time to wrap it up anyway. The father apologized to the victim's family.
The father of A Squared?
Yes.
Okay.
He apologized, saying that her crime was unforgivable, and that there's nothing that he can do to make anything up to them, but he offers his apologies, and then shortly thereafter they find his body. He hung himself.
Oof.
Yep. Japanese people, man, that's hella shame. It's hella shame.
Is that still like a current thing? Because I honestly don't know much about like Japanese, like current Japanese culture. Dude, like, is it still the same as far as like honor and like family and stuff like that? To an extent.
Well, to an extent.
To an extent.
I mean,
it's not like It's not like as much as like 1400s type shit.
Think of his position too. He's a big name lawyer, and how much that could hurt his business and his reputation, and just forever.
Yeah.
Forever. That's irreparable damage, and it's unforgivable that he should be burdened with it every time somebody looks at him.
Not even, because, like, we still don't even know her name, and she was supposed to have gotten out last year.
Well, yeah, that's fine. We don't know her name, but everybody at school knows her name, and and his name, because of who he is. He's tied to it regardless. So we know who she is.
Yeah, I'm thinking like an American, I guess. I'm just thinking he could have like moved away to a different city or something like that. Different city. But
know.
That's probably American thinking.
Yeah, maybe.
Just move away from your problems. Just run away.
So yeah, he ran away. He ran away, all right, leaving a son and a new, really young wife, like with their hands in the air, like, what the fuck? man. What the fuck
Well,
just happened?
to me, that's even more dishonorable. Like, yeah, one of your kids did some bad shit, but you have more people that are counting on you that you're just like, peace.
Well, again, I don't know how Japanese law works, but if by killing yourself that leaves your family with nothing, that's pretty fucked up. That in itself is pretty fucked up. But
I'm
who
sure.
am I?
I'm sure. Like wives and like get stuff
yeah.
like a will.
Again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the culture. I don't know anything about it, so I hope his family was taken care of. But either way, that was. This is basically the last thing is that when girl A squared was told that her father died, it was reported that she shed one tear and said, "All life dies," and that was it.
That's pretty metal.
That is fucking
That's
metal.
that's metal as fuck. That's fucking metal.
That is extreme brutality, dude. This girl is
That's like some Metal Gear Solid type shit.
man. She's another one that fits into our young kids group of if only they were trained, if only they could have been scooped up and trained. They could have been international hitmen or some shit, like the best of the best.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Just like she fucking like assassinates like the president of some country,
Dude.
and she's just standing there, fucking. All life dies.
Fuck, dude. I mean, we've talked about some pretty interesting kids, and some of these kids really don't give a fuck. So, yeah, man, don't
Dude,
always just laugh it off when some goofy kid tells you what you think is goofy shit. You don't know.
Next time some kid says some cringy, edgy ass shit to me, I'm gonna report him straight to the cops.
I don't know
like,
that kid
this
or what
kid
he's
is
going
weird.
through.
Be like, dog, I don't know this kid. He's saying a lot of weird shit. He's fucking menacing. Yep. All right, I don't like him. You need to take care of this.
Straight up. Next time he comes up, he actually comes directly up to me.
Get the fucking crisis unit out here.
Fucking assault. Fuck that kid. Straight up.
This kid comes near me, I'm punching him. I gotta defend myself.
Fuck that kid. So yeah, man. I hope you liked it. That was Girl A Squared. And I hope Jason likes it and is not too bored by our lameness. I don't think we were too lame though.
I think I think that was good. I think Jason's gonna like editing out all my background sounds, including that click that he's definitely not gonna bother editing out. That I just did.
I don't hear it very loud, but I'm sure he'll love it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a nice little spike on there. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed.
Yeah, most of all, we hope you beautiful sluts out there in podcast land, and of course everyone knows I mean that in the best way possible.
You're all beautiful sluts.
Sluts for fun stories and lame dudes talking about weird shit. You bunch of weirdos. We love you. So yeah,
we do.
Work on that.
And Jason loves you from afar.
This should be a simple contest. Somebody fucking win it. 2 people win it. 5 people win it. I don't care. 5. Up to 5. As many as 5 can win it. And
what is the question again?
The question is, who was released from the same reform school that just months before the first Girl A went in? If you could tell us...
Who was released months before from the same reform school that Girl A went
Correct.
in. Right before
Correct.
she did. Months before.
Yep. Oh. If you can tell us this person's name
I'm so stuffed up, dude.
Sounds like it. That's the duckbill squeaking.
I'm a fucking trumpet.
So yeah, if you can tell us who it is, and if you want a bracelet, send us your address, and we'll send you a free bracelet for the show. We had them printed. They're fucking cool, and they glow in the dark, bitches. So get one. Until then, I think that's about it.
And whatever else you want. Like, email us, tell us whatever else you want.
Yeah, give us a review on this episode.
You probably won't send it. You can send us a wish list. Send us your online registry.
Send James your freshly shaved pictures of your freshly shaven balls. You know he'll love
please.
that.
Send me feet pics.
Fucking weirdos. Oh man! All right, kids, we're out. Seriously, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Countdown. 3,
2,
2, 1. Bye bye.